more time. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a requested video by Sharon and it's bringing a baby without breaking the bank. She also asked if I had any things left over from my first child, which was my daughter Isabel, and things that I thought that I had with her that I don't have now. And then I also have things that I think are must-haves, and then a few tips as well. And then, anyways, let's get started. And that noise in the background is just Wyatt enjoying his jolly jumper. So, things that I have left from Isabel is not very much. She is 14, they are exactly 14 years apart in a few days. So, not a whole lot. I have some blankets, books, and a few toys, and some nail clippers, oddly enough, but I kept them all these years, and a baby thermometer, as well as a custom-made rocking horse from her. And then from me, I had still a few things left from when I was little. I had some toys, some stuffed animals that obviously have been washed and cleaned, as well as a couple outfits that were super cute on him. They were yellow in color, so neutral color, and books, and a custom-made rocking chair that was made for me when I was a baby by my Opa. And that is about it. That's all I could remember that we have. Things that, I have a list here of things that I had for Isabel, but I don't have now, and I don't think that I need them, or I don't need them. And then I have a few extra things on this list that I don't think are necessary or a necessity for a baby as well. So the first thing on this list is a mobile for the crib. I did have this for Isabel, and I mean, it might have worked, but I don't have one for him, and he's just fine without it. Store-bought baby food. I did buy all of her food. I did not, I was quite young. I was 21 when I had her. So I didn't do as much homemaking as I do now. For him, I make a lot of his baby food. There are still some, a little bit store-bought, but not nearly. I don't buy everything. Baby developmental toys, because, my baby is just as smart as Isabel without all these developmental toys. Total waste of money. Soothers. Isabel, she had it for a few months and then she spit it out and quit on her own. With him, he never has had one, and I've actually tried it and he just refuses it, so I don't think they are necessary either. Brand new clothes. I have not bought him any brand new clothes. He has got some as gifts, but I would not buy any brand new clothes. With Isabel, everything she got that I bought was brand new. Would not do that again. Formula. Isabel was a formula fed baby. I did try at the beginning to breastfeed her, but it just didn't work. And so with him, he is perfectly fine with breastfeeding, and that's all he has done. We have no bottles or anything like that because he doesn't use them, and I'm home all the time. Disposable diapers. I would say not as much. I mean, you could totally live without them, I think. And when I first had him, I was using disposable diapers because they were given to us anyways, and I was really quite sick at that point, so there was no way I would be able to do all that extra or any laundry at that matter. So, yes, but now I do use disposables, which I will get into later on in the video, but, disposables, yes, that's all I had with Isabel, and I don't think that that is how you need to do it, but like I said, I'll get into that later. Teething rings. I don't have those this time, and he actually doesn't even like anything like that. So what I've used is just a wet washcloth, and he seems to like that, or soft things, not like that hard plastic type thing. Wet wipes. I was given a bunch of wet wipes, but now I just use a wet washcloth for the most part. I do have some wet wipes, which I use for his messy poops, but if it's not a really horrible poop, then I just use a warm wet washcloth. A playmat with changing, dangling toys. I had one of those playmats for Isabel. I do not have that for him, and he is just fine playing on the ground on a nice blanket with some toys in front of him. A change pad. I don't have one of those right now. Mind you, we don't go anywhere because of COVID, but when we did for a very brief time, I just had like a little towel or something else that I would bring and put over things. A diaper genie I had with Isabel, and those things are terrible. I highly recommend not getting one. What I do with him is I just collect those little bread bags, or the bags Flyers come in, or those little plastic bags from produce. If you still have, like, I just have a few of those left. But anyways, any type of little bag, you stick their poopy diaper in there, you put it in the garbage, and voila, there is no more smell. I have less smell now with this method than I did with the diaper genie. And every time you would take the diaper genie out, open the thing, it stunk so bad. Like, and there's such, yeah, it's just a waste of money and a waste of everything. So I definitely do not recommend getting those. Baby carrier. Yeah, I tried both times. Both children hated it. They like to be carried, but not in a carrier. They don't want to be carried by me. So I would not buy one. Packaged baby snacks. So I used to buy those a lot for Isabel, but I do not think you need those. I don't use anything like that with him, and I mean, you can use one of those Cheerios when they get old enough, and yeah, there's all kinds of other things that you can make yourself, or just buy in bulk and package them yourself. I think that also by that I meant those things that you like squeeze up and then they eat like that. Yeah, those things are terrible. And frilly baby crib sets. I did have one of those. Actually, no, I never had one of those. Or I might have had one for Isabel. I can't even remember that far back. But they are totally not needed, and they're actually highly not recommended, because if baby starts to roll and their face is in front, they can suffocate themselves. So a change table. I've never had a change table, and I highly recommend not getting one. I just use my bed or the floor or wherever, and or even in his crib because it's high up. So yeah, I would not waste money on a change table. And baby monitors I have on this list because I never really use them, but I mean, I guess for some people they would definitely but I'm always so close to him that I don't really need them. And for Isabel, I honestly can't remember that far back. I know. Going on, those are things that I don't think are necessary. Things that I think are must-haves are a baby bed. Obviously, you need somewhere for the baby to sleep. A stroller, strollers have always been my go-to, not the baby carriers, because both my babies always like to look outward and they want to see everything. Washcloths, obviously. We need something to wash our babies. Diapers, obviously, reusable or disposable, whichever you feel is best for you. A baby brush. Definitely you need to brush your baby's hair. The first time with Isabel, I did not know this, and she got a lot of cradle cap. So brush your baby's head even if they have no hair. It's just to keep, the dead skin cells from building up. Blankets. Lots and lots of blankets. All kinds of blankets. Swaddling 4 times, snuggling, cleaning up their messes, like their spit up. Books, which you can often find used. No need for brand new books. Obviously, you're going to need a way to feed your baby, either by breastfeeding or formula. A Jolly Jumper, like I said, I don't think I could survive without this thing. It is been the highlight of his days, I should say, and he's in there at least 3 times a day now. And I would say a high chair. Yes, you definitely need a high chair, something to feed them in. Car seat. Obviously, every child under the age of 6 needs a car seat. And even if you don't drive, you still need one, because if you are driving with someone, your baby needs to go in something. A swing, like a baby swing. Honestly, both my children have absolutely loved the swing, and with him, there's no way I could have survived his first few months without a swing. Clothes, obviously, your babies need to be clothed, so used or gifts. A chair, like a baby chair that you can bring around. So if I'm in the kitchen doing something, I'll put him in his chair, and he can sit there and watch me. And sometimes I bring it into the bathroom when I'm showering, if he's awake, so that he's right there. And you can bring it wherever you go if you're out visiting. I mean, obviously not right now with COVID, but I mean, you know what I mean. A thermometer. We obviously need a thermometer to keep, our baby's temperatures if they're feeling a little bit warm, so that we know exactly if they have a fever or something. We need to know that. Baby Tylenol, I always have on hand in case, again, of a fever, or for their needles. If sometimes they recommend giving a tiny bit, not when they're like really, really little, but when they're, over 6 months old, and they have to go for needles, sometimes they can get bad reactions, so I just give them a little bit of Tylenol. Nail clippers. I mean, I've heard of some people biting their babies' nails, but I could not do that. So that is all from, that's my list of must-haves. I don't know if I think that's pretty much everything. That's everything that I have, that I think that are necessary. There might be other things. I mean, you should have, I don't have a little bit of toys, but I mean, obviously babies need something, some toys, just not a whole lot of toys. Like a rattle, something that lights up and makes noise, and something that rattles, and little crunchy things. And I mean, his favorite things are looking at his toes and looking around and moving lights and sounds, that kind of thing. All those other toys, you just need one of each, really, and the rest is not needed. So here are some more tips. I have 7 tips written down here, and I might be forgetting something, but the video is getting long. So number 1 is join a group somewhere. My 2 main go-tos were church and a resource center. I don't think I could have survived this without, because the resource center has all kinds of baby groups and stuff like that. And the church, I met lots of moms, and they've given me all their hand-me-downs and whatnot. Number 2 is accept everything that is offered to you, and if you can't use it, pass it along. I've had so much stuff given to me, and I've given it to other people that I know that have babies, and I've had stuff given to me all the way up to age 4 and 5, and I've just given that to my sister who has a now 4-year-old. So, and number 3 is don't buy everything at once. Like with him, I didn't buy a swing right away, and I didn't buy the Jolly Jumper. But eventually I was like, okay, I need a swing. So then I got a swing, and the Jolly Jumper was given to me. Thank goodness. And if you don't get any, if something is not given to you and you still need it, then buy secondhand. That is definitely, you know, my next go-to if something has not been given to me. And the next tip is you don't need all kinds of toys or gadgets or gizmos. Like I said before, like really just limited toys. He has a tiny basket full of toys, and that is it. That is it. And that's all he will have for the first couple years of his life. Try cloth diapering, even if it's sometimes. The amount will make a difference. So for him, during the day, I use like the reusable diapers, and then at nighttime, the disposable ones because they're more absorbent. And yeah, and that makes a huge difference. And even if it's sometimes, like just say maybe on weekends you use reusables, and then during the week when you're really busy, you use disposables. And that one weekend will make a huge difference in your diaper budget. And number 7, the last, oh, he's getting a little bit grouchy, so I'm going to have to go. Breastfeed if you can. I have not had to buy any bottles, liners, bottle warmers, nipples, formula, nothing of that. And that has saved me like thousands of dollars, like thousands. I know it sounds excessive, but no word of a lie, it can get quite up there if you're feeding your baby formula for at least a year. Some people do it longer, like I did. But yeah, definitely breastfeed if you can. Just try it. But that's totally up to everyone's own personal preference and what they're comfortable with. And that is all that I have for right now. This video has gotten really, really long. I wish I could show you him, but with YouTube I cannot. So I will post a picture later on the community tab. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a wonderful, frugabulous day. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye. I love you so much, and thank you for everything.